All right, what's up, guys? Thank you for coming in and joining us for another Fika. Decided to go back to the old intro today, so a little bit different. Had a little bit of music playing too, but man, it's good to see you guys. I hope everybody's doing good. We'll go ahead and pop this one up and change that color too, because it's a little bit different today. Even though it's a very Tika-ish type of stream. There we go. But man, good to see you guys. Thank you all for coming in. Don't forget to smash that like and subscribe. And sorry that this started so late. It was supposed to be 10 a.m. this morning. I knew it was supposed to rain today. Did not expect that we were getting the storms that we were. So we're currently in a flood warning. And so I pushed it up to 1. Well, it was... It was pretty windy with these storms coming through and the heavy rain, so it's kind of calmed down a little bit. So I scheduled it for 3. We were only supposed to be technically in a flood warning till now, but the creek is still very, very high, very, very high. So, but it stopped raining for a minute. Actually, it's pretty cool. So for those that don't know, the Appalachian forest is basically a subtropical rainforest, mountainous rainforest. That's what the classification is. And you can definitely tell this time of year and through the summer. So, but Baker, Gigi, Johnny, Curse Zero, Erica, Jimmy, way up, dude. Good to see you all. So we're here for Fika. And Fika is basically an old Swedish tradition. I actually have the description in the description of Fika. And it's a social gathering with coffee that we do twice a day, 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. You can do it later. You can do it earlier, where everybody just stops what they're doing during the day, grabs coffee and sweets, cookies, cakes, cinnamon rolls. We also, and cardamom buns are big back home too. And yeah, it's just a coffee break. It's like a 20, 30-minute coffee break. We normally do it twice a day, every single day. So it's like an hour each day, every single day. It just lets you relax and socialize with friends, and that's basically our lifestyle. That's why everything's so chill. You know, slow down when you start to get into that rush. Still Berserker, good to see you. James Ottawa, welcome in. And yeah, so that's why Nils is relaxed all the time, man, because we still invoke that old tradition, and we love coffee, so it goes hand in hand. But what is everybody getting into this weekend? I know it's the start of June, and there's a lot of vacations going on, some really crazy weather going on, crazy shit going on in the world as well. I will make sure you guys are good and you're actually going to enjoy your weekend. And it's super effing cold here. Super cold. We got 12 in. We'll go ahead and post that link. We'll pin he to the top. Hopefully we don't get the crazies. That happens, you know, between 3 and 5 in the afternoon. But yeah, man, I hope everybody is having a good, awesome Friday. They're ready for the weekend. Way up, dude. I hope it's a hammer. And here is Zero. What's up, my guy?
Kaboom.
Good to see you, man.
Man, I adore it whenever people test me. It just builds me more and more.
A test is good. It's always good to have a challenge.
Yeah, that's the point of it, right? As long as it doesn't directly influence or direct you, you step upon it and you keep walking. Am I wrong?
No, I mean, that's the thing, is any challenge in life that tests you should make you stronger. You shouldn't look at it the opposite way, like, oh, it just keeps beating me down. It's like, no, keep getting back up, keep fighting harder.
Yeah, I completely understand that mentality, and I can relate it to having a car crash, okay? Most individuals are like, oh, but no, you just need to pause, think, be like, okay, am I good? Let me go check, see if they're good. It's a completely different mindset.
Oh, damn, still berserker. Pulled back muscle pretty bad. That means it's time to chill out for the next 2 weeks. Oh, yeah, and I forgot it's her birthday coming up. Happy birthday, Anna.
Oh, yeah, and
early birthday.
Yeah, I got a separated spinal column. I've baffled 3 doctors. They're like, how do you walk? All I did was simply get off the exam table, tap them on the shoulder. Like this, doc. How I walk. I just do it.
It's like after my knee surgery, my ortho told me, he said, you're not going to walk for 7 months. And I was walking 28 days later. He's like, how in the hell? I know what my body can do, man.
Yeah, it's insane.
Process and building the tendons back up and the ligaments back up and stuff. And it's like, I'm good.
Yeah, it's insane. Science tells me that it takes 10 pounds on a square inch for someone to be knocked out from being hit in the temple. I may have said this story on here before, but I was hit with a metal bar in my left temple, and all I did was close my eyes and open them back up, and just the life drained from the guy's face, because honestly, the other people he did that to did not survive.
In Mexico, they say no bueno.
Yeah, for the action that he taken, all direct things were accounted for. I spent a weekend in the hospital getting metal in my face. He spent a weekend in lockup. But the indirect things from the actions that were taken, that was never accounted for, never even brought up, never even being able to be released as evidence that the stress from the incident was the reason why my blood uncle is no longer with us, because it didn't take but 2 days, a day, before he got hit with the big one that took him down.
Ooh, damn. Damn. So, what are your plans this weekend, man? Anything fun and exciting?
Not really. I just simply exist. I'm trying to get through the end of this work shift, so to speak, that I've been on for, if I stay here until June 10th, it'll literally be 2 months I've been sitting here, just being a protector and ensuring things exist whenever they return. So that's pretty much what I've been dealing with for 2 months on the physical, tangible aspect. On other aspects, people coming at me with all kinds of things trying to stop me. And it's like, bro, not like you humans. I'm not going to be controlled by the chemicals that you are attempting to release in my body. Why? Because my entire life I've been controlling the chemicals in my body. If pills won't change the way I think, if doctors won't change the way I think, what makes you think anyone will?
Yeah, you got to treat the mind before you treat substance. Treat it with substances. That's my view, though.
Yeah, let's see if I can get this one out, because I always confuse myself. To make anything airtight, hey, this is a little there, okay? To make anything airtight, you need 3 Ds: discernment, diligence, and discipline, in that order.
Actually, that's a good life lesson, period.
Yeah, it can be misconstrued because of the way it opens up. To make anything airtight, you need 3 Ds: diligence, discernment, and discipline, in that order.
Yep. Hey, Sophie, good to see you.
What's up, good people down there?
Sophie's my buddy from France. She's cool as fuck.
Really, yeah, man, you just got to keep on walking. Whenever you notice someone wants to put a chain on you because they're covered in chains, you just got to simply look at them and be like, no, and keep walking.
It's a good analogy. Good analogy. Yes, go. Coffee, talk.
Trust me, man. I lived in chains before I was 18. Whenever my uncle passed away, my muzzle came off. Whenever his partner passed away, the chains eroded away, and nothing is stopping me now.
That's right. And that's good, man. That's good. Tackle everything head on and never give up. Even if other people tell you to stop, if it's your passion, do it.
You daggone right, man. And if only the beginning is to abolish currency and the end is to unite after tangibility, this is a long, treacherous road towards the unclimbable mountain.
All right, typing in the Tippy there.
Yeah, I have some. I will admit there's some screwed up views here, but it's because most individuals are indoctrinated by society, and I don't think.
We won't get too far into that. That's not what the stream's about.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Agriculture is the reason why civilization died. In closing,
it is a social stream, but knock it down.
Okay, I got to keep them on my hips, though, man. I can't put them away, but got to keep them on my hips.
Yep. Put pen to paper. That's why I always keep notepads next to me. But yeah, there is a conspiracy theory stream though tonight. Gigi, are you still in here? Are you guys doing that tonight?
Oh, just to ensure, I do have my personal coffee. Taurine is definitely about halfway done.
Wow, yeah, that's a good, strong, caffeinated substance there.
Coffee just doesn't hit me the right way anymore.
Arabica, yeah.
It just doesn't hit me the right way anymore. I've walked into baristas, not Starbucks, because that's way too expensive. And I'm like, hey, man, let me know how much it'll cost to fill up a 20-ounce cup full of espresso. And it's normally nearly $30.
Oh, man. James Ottawa, you still out there, man? I know they have a lot of fires going on in Canada right now. A lot of fires.
Cover yourself in blue.
Manitoba.
And that's not a big picture statement.
Nugs brought me my coffee in bed per birthday tradition. Oh, that's a good tradition. That's nice. Coffee in bed. Angie did that last Sunday. Woke me up and said, hey, here's breakfast and here's coffee. And I was like, the role is reversed. I'm normally bringing you breakfast for bed. And she got me a full cup of coffee. She's like, I don't know if I made it how you like it. And so it was perfect. It was perfect.
Hey, the woman knows her man. That's what I'll say about that statement. Every woman that has a man needs to know their man. Every man that has a woman needs to know their woman.
Yeah.
Or else you just can't make it. It's a cooperative, mutual understanding. And this is literally what it has to be. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, that's just part of the compromise in the relationship and just that love. One of our guys in Kentucky with disaster services he said, I went out on a limb and I worked for myself. Hell yeah, there you go. But yeah, I hope everyone is doing well. Staying healthy, staying active, drinking coffee, if you like coffee. Ready to do some stuff this weekend.
It's not that I dislike coffee. It's like I told you, it just doesn't pack that punch anymore.
I can feel that. I can feel that. I know back home, if like people that come over tourists and they're like, I don't drink coffee, and it's like, how do you shit? That's like the most common response.
Hey man, the only reason why I have cheese is so that it's solid.
Sophie, that's awesome. Yeah, I still have coffee every morning, and then coffee for Fika, and then coffee in the afternoon. And I normally quit about 5 p.m. I stop drinking coffee, and then I'm good for the rest of the day.
Yeah, even whenever I was a teenager, I was an all-day coffee drinker. It might be the reason why I now need something with a little more punch. My mom literally used to like put coffee in my baby bottle and fill it up with milk the rest of the way. It's like it's been there.
Oh, that sounds like Sweden.
It's like I said, my mom would give me flat soda and over milked coffee whenever I was a baby.
Oh, yeah. I think that's how we started off drinking coffee. Yeah, see, Sophie's a big coffee addict. And she had toast. Did you have toast with beans? Our traditional breakfast? I think, yeah, they do the same thing in the UK. Drink a lot of coffee at work. I was drinking 48 cups of coffee at work, like 4 pots of coffee. Loved it. Man, it is really cool here. Like abnormally, it should be really warm, about the 80s here. And it is so chilly and rain. It's only supposed to be today and then start warming up over the next few days into summer-like weather. But man, it's just, the weather's been crazy lately.
I blame the sun, and honestly, if I remember right, no, I gotta go look verbatim. I think our geomagnetic field around the Earth is under a lot of tension right now, which will cause such thing as there was an avalanche on the other side of the planet somewhere in Europe, and it literally registered as a 3.1 earthquake. There's been a lot of things going on, and I even forwarded to one of my guys the next event that's coming, because this is the end of this round. The next event is also coming. There's a lot of things this summer, and there's been a lot of things coming across my desk of holy crap, we're not going to make it this time. And that's not joking.
Yeah. No, yeah, Sophie's right. No good croissant in England. The last time we had off topic, the last time we had this type of weather pattern was 2002, and we had the Northern Lights in June. At the beginning to middle of June, it was crazy from all the geomagnetic storms then in 2002, 2003. So that was pretty interesting. 33 Celsius today. Oh, Sophie, it's like maybe plus 12 here. Maybe plus 12.
And that's why I like climate control.
That's why I'm in my hooded sweatshirt.
I prefer climate control. I literally have a heater sitting right here.
Yeah. I'm very much an outside person too, so that's what worried me about the stream this morning, because it was windy, it was raining. I was like, yeah, this isn't going to work. It's just going to blow rain all over the tiki bar here and all over the computer, and I can't have that.
Yeah, moisture and electronics don't mix yet.
Yeah, Sophie, Shenty is coming in the end of June. He's supposed to be traveling here, and he's going to stay with me for a week. Scotty's coming up from Texas, so yeah, they're going to hang out for a week, and we're just going to chill and take Shenty sightseeing in the area. And he wanted to go to the bigger cities, and I was like, no, you don't. No, you don't. It's a mess.
I really personally want to thank you for appearing, because I started off this day terribly, and I'm like, please let there be somebody live that can understand and accept me, man. And it's not the point of that. It's just all the things that have been going on. Back to the point. Debate is like gambling. The house always wins. I've been around toxic people. Now I need somebody to smack me back right.
Yeah, we're a pretty chill stream here. We're a pretty chill stream with good people all over the world. People from all over the world. From the UK to France to Australia, New Zealand, Canada, Qatar, Sweden, Norway, Denmark, Finland. I mean, everywhere. Oh yeah, there's always better things ahead. Always better things ahead, Anna.
Yeah, that's legitimately the truth, man, because nothing can be worse than what is behind you. So everything ahead has to be grander.
Oh yeah, the worst days are behind you.
I really do adore your energy. Thank you so much, man.
Oh, you're very welcome. Yeah, you have to completely flip that mindset to, hey, I'm going to fail, but I'm going to fail tomorrow. And then if you succeed today, you just keep having that train of thought. I'll fail tomorrow. I'm not going to fail today. I'll fail tomorrow. And when you can train your mind to do that, you'll be successful every day. Yeah, you'll have bad days. You'll have days that you're like, man, I don't know if I can do it. And then just keep reminding yourself, hey, I'll just fail tomorrow.
Hey, man, I've already failed. I won't do it again unless it's forced upon me. And you know what I think about things forced upon me.
Yeah, no matter what outside influences, if you think you're going to fail, and it's all up to you. In the end, you make the final decision if you're going to fail. You'll have setbacks, but that's not a failure. You get a flat tire, setback, it's not a failure.
Hey, man, who doesn't get cuts, bumps, and bruises along the way, bro?
Yeah.
You might even lose a finger or 5.
Or 5, yeah. I might lose a limb.
Just guess what? Switch to another quantum verse where, hey, look, you got a full body now. Look what happened.
Right? Yeah, boundaries, especially a healthy boundary, is very important. Very important. I was actually going to do a stream just on that and mental health. But yeah, you have to have a healthy boundary, and you have to be able to say no. It's a very powerful tool. It's a very powerful, because if not, then people will take advantage of you. Others will take advantage of you, and they have to know exactly who you are, and you have to learn to value yourself. So a lot of people that can't do that, they don't value themselves. They don't know their self-worth.
I'm gonna say a single line so I don't get too far directional, but the prevention of acceptance is more devastating than the shunning of truth.
That's a very good quote.
Oh, it's something I got a brain, man. I got a brain. Quotes are for people who can't think of things themselves, but although quotes are awesome, they can assist you in many ways. That was definitely mine. That's part of a meme I'd like to call extra credit, and if I divulged into it, we'll go the wrong direction here, Iron Wolf.
Like Oscar Wilde, opposite direction. Be yourself. Everything else is taken.
Yeah, that's what I am, man. I am myself. I've embraced myself. I know what I'm not, and I know what my opposite is. It's all teaching of Carl Jung, of my third teacher. You have to embrace your whole self in order to be your whole self.
Yeah, even the worst parts of yourself, and that's what we call shadow work.
Yes, sir. That's what you are not. That's what Carl Jung taught me. You have to understand what you are not, and this is shadow work. Understanding the opposite of yourself. I think the word is amina, or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And once you incorporate all 3 pieces.
Oh, that's annoying me. There we go.
Get rid of it, man.
Yeah. Every ancient culture practiced that. There's a lot we can learn from our ancestors that people don't practice today. Slowly, that's starting to come back as people research and understand more and more. And that's absolutely healthy. That's absolutely healthy. That's what helped to build strong civilizations, smart civilizations that were innovative for their time, way ahead of their time.
I think AJ from Y-Files covered that last night. A couple many centuries ago, it was psilocybin mushrooms that actually allowed us to gain self-awareness, etc. ... And there's been a lot of research and scientific understanding recently through this, as well as the data presents that it's not actually scientific advancement. It's more of a self-understanding and a self-structure of knowing that self is meaningless unless there is everything else, as well as vice versa.
Yeah, what was that one quote? Know thyself. They actually use that in the Matrix movie.
I apologize. I didn't hear the question.
The one quote, "Know thyself," and I think they had that same quote in a movie, in the Matrix movie.
Oh, the saying above the door that
Yeah.
whenever he turned, whenever this is a pivotal moment here because I'm about to bake your noodle like the Oracle said. Why did she warn Neo about breaking the vase? So that whenever he turned around for her to acknowledge the thing above the door frame, he will not have been distracted by the breaking of the vase. I've baked your noodle.
Oh, that's pretty cool. That's pretty
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, that's how I analyzed it. It's like, yeah, it took me about 5, 10, 15 years to be like, she was going to bake all of our noodles. And if nobody was paying attention, the reason why she said, don't worry about it is so that she can show him something. And then whenever she pointed above him and he turned around, if she had not had warned him earlier, he'd have been more distracted about the breaking of the vase than it would be what she's trying to present to him.
Yeah. So if you understand that there's no good or bad direction, it's like there's no good and evil. There's chaos and order. It's basically how we were raised. But everybody still knows good from bad. That's a very, very close subject. Like a rose is beautiful, but it has thorns. Thorns can hurt you, but that doesn't mean the rose is bad. And temet noshe. Know thyself. Yep. James has it. And I remember my grandparents telling me, if you don't have your shit together by the time you're 40, you never will.
Daggone right, bro. And I like to personally call this symbol Yang's Yin. And you'll notice Yang's Yin. It's like Yang apostrophe Yin, apostrophe S Yin. And you notice the simple difference.
Yeah. Backwards.
Backwards, upside down, as well as the dots are not in opposite locations. That's what I literally am putting down here.
Gutter's 39 and she's already going out looking for fairies in the forest, which I absolutely love that. I love that. And of course, here's the new actually I'm going to move him, but yeah, here's the new gnome that I got. And so yeah, since I already have the tiki gnome, and I'm going to set him over by the Fae house that's over there in that stump. We're going to build a little roof for it and stuff. And
I tried to type that, and then everything went crazy. So I made everything stop going crazy, and then I typed it, and I came back here. So I might have missed the gnome.
Oh, here he is.
Oh, awesome! Thank you, sir.
Yeah, that's my new gnome. And then here's the other one that I got. He's pretty cool. So I'm probably going to put him over on the hill somewhere.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. That is cool.
Johnny, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, we're going to put a roof on the gnome house, and then the new door, the little chimney and stuff. So I've got everything in the shop. I just haven't messed with it. Plus, it's been raining. It's made it kind of hard. But the one thing that I've noticed over there on the hillside, we have a lot of ferns. Growing, and right now we have a magnolia tree growing. I don't know how the hell or where that thing came from, but yeah, so I'm going to dig it up. It's right on the bank where I don't want it, under a maple tree canopy. So we're going to move it to a different portion of the yard.
Definitely ask the bees, because they probably did that.
Yeah. So yeah, it started growing. I'm like, how in the hell, where'd this thing come from? Like, some people have magnolia trees up here in the mountains where we live, but it's not common. And so I'm like, how the hell did that get there? So yeah, we're gonna replant that thing. And then
since we're sharing things, sorry, my bad. Since we're sharing things, this is a 9-dimensional cube known as a nonorack, like the Tesla rack, but this is a nonorack.
Oh, nice. Nice. Reminds me of the old Indus culture. and Southern Asia.
Yeah, man. I've looked through the world's oldest telephone game several different times and all across the planet. It's understanding history, and the only way that you can choreograph history is to go back and look at the documentations. Even at times, there's even a single sheet. You have to refer to that knowledge, or else there is no knowledge for that epoch, era. I don't know. Maybe those are too big for what I'm trying to explain, but they make sense here.
Mm-hmm.
It's just information, man. A lot of people just don't dig deep enough. They're just so superficial so many times, and they want everyone to tell them what to do and think so that they can look good. And it's not about looking good, man.
Well, social media had a lot to do with that too. A lot of different social media platforms where people today seek more validation, and it's because everybody's online. You know, no one's face to face anymore, and there's a lot of people, and then egos are formed, and they seek the validation. It's like you're on the wrong path. Yeah,
And that's why I explain it as I can take off the headset. I can feel the energy of other people, and technology has allowed us to expound upon the ability to actually stand in front of people that are not tangibly in front of you.
Yeah, and it's a shame too that the number one drug in America right now is actually not fentanyl. It's dopamine, and it's been like that for 2 decades. People want that dopamine hit every day. They want to seek that validation so they can get that dopamine hit and feel good about themselves versus, digital detoxes. I am a huge fan over.
Yeah, you just remind me of Jelly Roll talking to Congress. That was epic. My bad for interrupting you.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, and that's very, very important. I did a 1-year digital detox, no internet, no phone, nothing. My friends freaked out. Started messaging my wife, hey, what happened? Is he still alive? Is there? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, man, you didn't answer my messages and call me. I said, you know where I live? You know where my house is? Stop by. Swing by and say hi to everybody. Hang out for me, like the old days.
That's the real issue this day and age. Because of the pockets, so to speak, not going to go into detail, but the pockets across the globe, many of us have no way to physically interact with each other. And many of us are isolated, legitimately isolated. And I'm not saying it's a good or bad thing, because a lot of things and a lot of growth comes from solitude. But what I'm putting on the table is that you don't have communication, many of us, if you digitally detox completely. You just literally sit there by yourself and twiddle your thumbs.
So yeah, I mean that's we do Fika back home with each other. Everybody just stops, gets coffee, sweets, and just chills and stuff. And the internet and a lot of the platforms on the internet, which were meant to be used for education and as a tool, hence like we're doing a digital Fika right now internationally. So, which is really, really cool. So we're not in person, but we're all here together, still socializing.
And that's what I mean by, go ahead.
And it's really great too, being able to connect with everyone around the world and sharing, just the same moment, just sharing a cup of coffee or water, or whatever everyone's drinking.
Yeah, and that's what I mean as a point of reference. Many of us do not understand how to take off the headset of tangibility and to merely stand in the presence of each other. Because science even proves what I'm stating here. And the headset is actually a coined term. And if I went back far enough, I could find the guy, I can send out the interview. But that's the point. Science has proven that tangibility is only tangible because of the sensory inputs of our mind from survival.
Yeah, and here comes the wind again. I bet we got another round of storms coming. Let me throw this in here and then get back to my friend.
We have to be on the same time zone, personally, you and I. I think we're definitely on the same time zone. 3:37.
Yeah. Yep. Eastern time zone.
Yeah, I was born in Central. It's probably the reason why I stay awake till 6 o'clock in the morning instead of 3.
There you go. I dropped the link. You guys sub up to Johnny. He's a great guy. Great guy. He has a really fun show too.
I'll go look it over.
Yeah, Johnny's really awesome. Johnny and PZ. Yeah, Eric will tell you. Eric has been there for many streams. We had fun last night too. That was a fun stream last night.
That's a hell of a last name. I wonder if that's actually his.
Yep. He's the one and only. He couldn't hide that name if he tried to stick it in an envelope and throw it in the garbage.
Yo, you know bloodlines, man. That's all I'm going to say. You know bloodlines.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's a really cool guy. And he's man, just his content, everything, even open panels, absolutely hilarious. It's great. We have fun. And it's really chill too. That's what I like. I like the chill streams, the chill, relaxing streams. I think let me throw Gutters up there too. She actually just did a stream. I'm gonna throw Gutters up there too.
So which Teen Wolf are you watching, Rosemary? The OG, the newer one, the series? Because I'm sure they made a newer one of that by now, and I'm definitely sure they made a series out of it.
Yeah, didn't they like bring the series back?
I have no clue. I've just seen the OG where he's on top of the bus going off.
Johnny does have a heart of gold. I gotta actually call him here in a little bit before I end my day, and we're gonna design a new intro and outro for him. So that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be a good weekend project.
I don't contribute to the continuation of corporations, which is why I don't pay for premium. I don't get the extracurricular things on StreamYard, blah, 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 blah.
Understandable. I'm going to change the wheel from the inside out. It's time for us to be the hub. When I actually have time. I was actually really surprised that I had time for this, because yesterday I was like, you know what? We haven't done a Fika stream since January. I try to do at least one seasonally. Let's go ahead and do it and just make sure everybody's good. Everybody's kind of slowed down a little bit. A lot of stuff going on in the world. Everybody's getting hectic. It's like, just slow down. Relax your mind. Relax your body.
Yeah, big man. Since you're doing a little bit of promoting right now, my content is determined by my number of subscribers. I'm looking to get up to 380 videos. So as the numbers progress, I will release the next 4 pieces so that we can get to 300 subscribers and 80 videos.
Ah, nice.
Yeah, that's what I'm working on, because I really don't like being redundant. If I've already explained something, I don't cover it in another live unless it's directly pointed at and say, hey, I need you to clarify this.
That's fair. That's fair. So almost I guess controlled content, which isn't bad actually, depending on the show. So I understand that. Stiffy, good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome in. Erica, I do have an email if you actually go into the on the description and every video, well, almost every video, but my recent videos, my email's in there. It's got all of my social media profiles, and definitely my email's in there. It's the easiest way to contact me is through that email. But yeah, I would love to see the AT videos from up there. I heard Tennessee's still a mess on their end. North Carolina and Georgia. So in each state, the hiking associations are the ones who help to manage like trail maintenance and stuff for the AT, for the Appalachian Trail. So I know they're still working on Tennessee. It got hit pretty hard, but North Carolina is getting better. Yeah, they cleaned it up a lot, and especially in Georgia. That's fair, Erica. Yeah, I can do that.
It's up to you. I dropped it in back chat.
Yeah, let me see this thing here. Whoop. There we go. Why is it not showing back chat?
Do I have to drop it again?
No, it's just not showing back chat on here. That's weird.
Just kick it. Technology can take it. It normally works that way.
Yeah, that is crazy. Huh. Of course, StreamYard has been acting up. It's been really weird the past few days. Oh, there it is. Gotcha.
But yeah, user-controlled content, more or less. We start off, we play 3 to 5 songs to let everybody know this is the opening. We dive into whatever we're going to dive into. Then we play 3 to 5 songs. This is the outro. And don't want to say much more because I don't want to affect your channel in any way because of the way we conduct the ghost ship.
Okay, well, I'll throw it in there, and if anybody wants to check that out, there you go. There's Curse Zero.
We simply ride into the horizon. We know how to turn the boat upside down to survive.
Yeah, Cletus was there. We saw Cletus fly a lot, and in that little blue acorn that he was flying through the sky. Man, he was dropping off him and who's the other guy? Zach. We actually gave him a Mjolnir, and he's active duty Army. So like on the weekends and special occasions, you know, when there's a disaster, the nonprofit he's with, they fly helicopters, and so he went down there to help. And he's flying Starlinks in the communities that we couldn't reach. Did an absolutely amazing job. Cletus and the rest of that organization, it was badass. Yeah, kudos to him. We saw him twice.
Have you heard about the Duck Dynasty guy?
Oh, the dad, I think they said, died.
Yeah, there was a lot of I watched it a little bit back in the day, stuff like that, and there was a lot of things that he said that came true, and a lot of things he was, in his perspective, he was guided by God to do. That's why I said in his perspective. And I also remember things he said, like once he's not here, it'll be about 10 days before everybody will realize something. And this is one of the things he said that I'm not sure if it came from his higher power or himself, but a lot of the things that he said came to pass. So we're on the edge right now, man. We're on the edge of something.
Yeah. Still Berserker, Greg Biffle was actually, I got a picture of his helicopter when he flew in. He was with us in Beuladine, North Carolina, there at that distribution hub. We call it a PDS. He landed, saw everything was going on, ordered like 45 generators right off the bat, tanks of diesel fuel, drums of gasoline, he brought in 2 2,300-gallon gasoline trucks so people could refuel their generators in their cars and things like that. Yeah, Greg Biffle is cool as hell. And that all came out of BCI. That came out of his pocket. And we would load him up with water and food and some other supplies, and he would fly it out to people, come back, see what else was needed and stuff. And he's still doing stuff down there. Greg Biffle is. Yeah, he's a great guy. He is a great guy.
That is a racer, right?
Yeah, NASCAR driver.
Yeah. I've been to a handful of NASCAR events. Personal hilarious story. I was at the first Daytona 500 that got rained out, and I blame myself for that one. It's like I did that, and then the next year, my grandest student had to match me. He made it rain out the next year.
Oh wow. Let's see if I can find that photo real quick. Actually, this might take a minute. See, I got a really good picture of his helicopter.
Man, I got nothing but time for you, man, because you are an awesome individual. You know how to calm people very, very quickly, very swiftly, and not even saying a word. It's like that weird Jedi mind trick, bro.
Yeah.
Epic. Your aura just does it.
Man, that's what my wife's told me before. She said you can walk in a room and like just full of crazies and calm every one of them in a heartbeat.
Don't even have to say a word, just exist. And that's what it means to be a full being. Your gravity affects the locations you are within.
Yeah. And in any environment. That's probably why I've been so drawn and close to disasters over the years. Let me see here. It's a lot of pictures. Bear with me. Because this was...
Yeah, I was just trying to fill the dead air, that's all.
This was in the early times in October with BCI. And my Mac just froze. Imagine that. There we go.
It's just strange how things occur and the way you're scrolling on YouTube, and it's like, wow, that is like legitimately fresher off the press than a lot of things. And it's exactly how it is right now. And then things are 2, 3, 4 hours old, and it's like, that's exactly how things are right now. And the way the individual does their proclamations, I'll call them, instead of speeches, is that it's literally framed around how you are required to be, in a sense. Mm-hmm. Because if you're allowing people to trample on you, you're not supposed to sit there and take it.
No, that's why, like earlier, we discussed healthy boundaries. It's good to have healthy boundaries. All right, I think we're almost there. This is a
like I said, I'm just trying to fill the air.
So yeah, come on. Nope, that's Tennessee. I think it's this one. It's being weird. Give me just a second. StreamYard is being really stupid right now.
Hey man, technology is not convenient. It's inconvenient.
Right now, it's being inconvenient. Yeah.
It's more inconvenience than it is convenience. It's supposed to benefit and make our lives better, yet every time we attempt it to do that, there's always a bigger than titanium wall standing in front of you trying to get somewhere.
Well, we have fiber internet now, but every time it rains, it does this. The whole system affects it, which means they probably didn't close the door on the box down there where the core is. All right, let's see. Yeah, we're not going to show that. There we are.
Yeah, you definitely seem like you're close, man.
This should be it right here. Oh yeah, it's not going to show it because of the codec. It's HEIC, but yeah, that's well, yeah. Anyways, it was just a picture of his little black helicopter down in the baseball field, which we use for an LZ. So it was either his helicopter or Chinook there. The Chinook would land and it'd have an hour turnaround time because it was 20 minutes to us, 20 minutes back, 20 minutes to load, 20 minutes back. So yeah, every time they landed, it was an hour turnaround time.
Yeah,
3 hour. They were landing in that baseball field.
Yeah, I've been to Daytona's racetrack, I've been to Richmond's racetrack, and I've been to the Pinoco's racetrack on the big leagues anyway.
Yeah, still Berserker was right. It brought the, I think Oliver Anthony, I could never say his name, said it best. They brought all the nobodies in the world together to help people. That was probably one of the greatest things about Hurricane Helene is when people needed help the most. Just normal people showed up to help. That's what community is about. That's what and those that couldn't make it donated any way that they could. So just people helping people, man, at its most basic fundamental level. And I think that was one of the things that restored, a hope or
Get him, Ellie.
Or a sense of humanity in the United States. So that was really cool. I've seen it all around the world, but it was really fast in North Carolina, in East Tennessee.
And never mind. That statement isn't good for this live. Just media blackout and etc. ...
Oh yeah, I mean you can't. That was out of our control. Like literally, we joked and said, "Hey, World War III could have started. We would have never known about it." But
you dang right.
We had a purpose and we had a mission, and that's what we were sticking to. Like we didn't care what was going on outside of the region. We didn't care. We had a mission. We had a focus. And most importantly, we had a plan. We had a strategic plan.
That's legitimately what it comes down to. You have to focus on what is required instead of going after what is desired.
Yeah. Do what needs to be done. Oh yeah, we're getting some heavy rain here in just a little bit. And we're under a flood watch. They extended it until 9:45 p.m. tonight. Yay. That's okay. It's Friday. Everybody be home. I have been by Talladega Super Speedway. I drove by it, but I have never been to Talladega. I've been to Darlington. I've been to Atlanta. I've been to Marlinton, Richmond, Bristol, Lowe's Motor Speedway, and The Rock. That's the only ones. I've driven by Talladega. It's fucking huge in that valley. Literally, you're on the interstate, you open up into a valley, and it was right there on the left where we were traveling, and it's ginormous. I mean, absolutely huge.
Whenever I stopped watching, I did watch it for the one season it occurred, but whenever they broke it into segments, I just lost interest in it because it no longer became what it was. Because what it was complete endurance. There was no stop and go. There was no red light on the highway, so to speak, is what I'm putting down. And now there's two red lights in the middle of the highway, and it's like, this is no longer an interstate, man. This is just a road.
Yeah. 120 years ago it was horse races, and now it's car races. And everybody had a horse, and only the rich could afford a car. Now everybody has a car, and only the rich could afford horses. Sometimes backwards.
My bad. Okay. Maybe. Yeah. You see what society has done to civilization?
You saw me earlier. Latoya, I wasn't on earlier, honey.
Uh-oh, we have a reality jumper here.
Yeah.
Welcome
to
Prime Perception.
So, yeah, I hope everybody has a great weekend, though. I really do. I hope everybody can get good and relax and just, I mean, it's supposed to be sunny in many places and start warming up. And especially if you live in the Midwest and in northern Texas and those areas, just be aware of the weather in your area. Well, hey, Louise, good to see you.
I see the timer ticking, Nils. Do you want me to get down so you can finish out your show for you, bro?
Yeah, I'm going to end this in probably about 4 minutes and just chill out. I'm trying not to make the streams like 2 or 3 hours for the Fika stream. So I'm going to hour cap for the Fika streams from now on, because I've done like 3 and 4 hour streams, and just people start losing interest after 20 minutes.
She said she saw you the other day, but I'm going to get down and let you have your outro, big man. Trips, bro. Thank you very much.
Big ups. Thank you. Green, I'm doing well. I'm doing very well. And we've had some storms come through. There's just like a swirling ass low pressure system coming through. So we're under a flood warning until later tonight. And that's why I had to push the stream up from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. and stuff, because it was really windy and it was raining here, and like no tornado threats or anything like that, just a lot of wind and rain. So being outside, it kind of sucks. And it's very chilly today. It's only supposed to be like 57 for a high. So that's different. It's really screwed up weather for this time of year, and we're not used to that at all. So just a little bit different. But other than that, yeah, we're doing good. We're doing great here. We have a tradition that we call, I'll show you in the yard here. We call it, I don't know how well you could tell. We call it No Mow May. So about the beginning of June is when we actually start cutting grass and stuff. And it's, of course, it's really tall. Looks like a herd of deer bedded down in my yard. And we do that for the wildflowers and stuff to grow up and become full. And it's the same with the privet hedges when they start to flower. It attracts the honeybees, so the honeybees can come in and collect their pollen. The hummingbirds can come in and get their nectar, even though right back here I have a hummingbird feeder hanging up. So yeah, we call it No Mow May. And then at the end of May, we just let the grass grow. Some people cut their grass in April up here and all through May. And my neighbors look at me sideways, and then we explain to them why. And they're like, oh, it's like, yeah, it's for the bees. And yeah, then we mow it down and collect all that grass and stuff, and we can throw it out for hay for some of the deer to eat and some of the fresh grass and stuff like that. So, and then the berries start coming up right after that, and we're good. We can pick them in July and August. So yeah, that was a tradition we started a few years ago, especially with some of the beekeepers around here that were struggling. The bees were really struggling to make honey because everybody's cutting their grass early and mowing down all the wildflowers, and people aren't planting gardens and like flower beds like they used to 10, 20, 30 years ago. So we say, hell, we're going to break the cycle. Let's start No Mow May. And we have had a lot of honeybees, especially in the privet hedges the past few days. Actually, the past 2 weeks. So yeah, they can collect everything they need to. They're within, we have 3 beekeepers within 5 miles. And that's normally bees will fly 5 to 10 miles if they have to in distance. That's their radius from the hive. So there's actually one within 3 miles of us. So we make sure now that every year we don't cut the grass in May. We let them collect what they need to so they can have a good production. And we buy local honey from them as well. So it's like, hey, we'll give back, you know, we'll take care of your bees. We have a lot of flowers out, this year. And I have one Cosmo flower, and it's sitting on the edge of the tiki bar there. So that's we call it the bar buddy. And Cosmo's flowers come from the Netherlands. They're very beautiful flowers. So we just named them Cosmo. So any like personal plants that we have, I have an aloe plant called Alejandro is what I named him. So yeah, our potted plants that we keep here in the house, inside and outside, yeah, we name them. People can name their pets. We name our flowers. And it's a cool, funny name too. So always works out. But guys, it's been an hour. We're going to go ahead and close the stream out. I thank everybody for being here and for showing up. And I hope to see you guys again soon. I'm going to jump on Discord, do some stuff. I have to do some stuff for work here so I can close out my day as well on the Mac. And everybody have a good weekend. And until then, skål. Everybody have a great weekend.